shooting at a popular bar and restaurant here in Commerce Township, Prime 7. But it appears that the shooter may have turned himself in. A lot to clear up. I'm Charlie Langton, and that story is coming up.
Wayne County prosecutor and police vow to be more transparent. I'm Brandon Hudson. How a 50-plus page report on a local exoneree is pushing for accountability.
Exits close on westbound lanes of 696. I'm Lauren Edwards in the Weatherby's, giving you a live look next.
Working for you. This is Fox 2 News at 5.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Roop Raj. We begin with a news alert from Lenawee County. John Skelton, the father of 3 boys who disappeared in 2010 and were declared dead earlier this year, has been arraigned on new charges. The 53-year-old is facing 3 counts of open murder and tampering with evidence. Now, just days before he was scheduled for release, Skelton has been in prison serving out a sentence related to not returning the boys to their mom. He's now being held on a $60 million bond. Our other top story tonight at 5 from Commerce Township tonight. A manager is killed outside Prime 7 bar and restaurant, and the sheriff says a man who turned himself in has confessed. Fox 2's Charlie Langton has the latest from the scene.
I'm here, Commerce Township, on the front part of the Prime 7 bar and restaurant, a very popular place in Commerce Township on Cooley Lake Rd. However, on Sunday, during the Lions game, apparently there was a fatal shooting. Sources are telling us that the manager received a call. The manager then came out right here from this door here and was shot. Shot by an acquaintance. The acquaintance then left and then turned himself in to the police in Farmington Hills. Now, the Oakland County Sheriff is still investigating the reason for the shooting, which we don't know what happened. However, the person that was killed, 44 years old, they call him Francesk Shkambi. And we talked to 2 people that knew him very well, the owner of Prime 7 and the lead bartender.
He has the biggest heart in the whole entire world. He came into this restaurant while we were at our very bottom and built us up and has made all of us family. He is like a big brother to me. He has the biggest heart. He's a gentle giant, and he's very, very missed, that's for sure.
Like my brother.
When you heard about this, were you here? Did you know what was going on?
No, I didn't know. No, nobody knows nothing. I was coming from nowhere. I was in Canada because my brother and my father live there. I go every Sunday there. They called me. I'm like,
what are you going to do now?
It's okay now. He's gone. I can bring him back.
Franco's car still remains here in the Prime 7 parking lot. And again, this is still an ongoing investigation. What we learned about Franco is that he did get into a little trouble with the law. He was sentenced in federal court to years and years, maybe 27 years in prison for drugs. He was pardoned, or at least commuted the sentence, by President Biden about a year or so ago. But he changed his life around, as you heard from the people that knew him well. Again, the person is in custody. We expect an arraignment probably within the week in this ongoing investigation. In Commerce Township, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
Busy Monday. It's the first weeknight commute on 696. MDOT shifting westbound traffic to the eastbound side of the freeway. Several ramps are now closed along the route, which means some drivers will actually need to take a detour for the next year. This is all part of that 2-year project to restore the Ruther. Fox News' Lauren Edwards is live in Oakland County with a look at traffic this hour. And you're not just telling us about it, you're driving it right now, Lauren.
We are headed on the westbound lanes on I-696, specifically in Madison Heights. And I want you to just take a look at what we're seeing, because this traffic right here is just started. We were here, I would say, not too long ago, within the hour. It wasn't like this, but the traffic is certainly developing. And it is, it's rush hour. So this is what it's going to look like. But I fear it's going to just get a little bit tighter because of the latest development with some of these exit ramps that are closed up. Now, remember, This is all a part of the Repair the Ruther project, and it's entering into the next phase. And good news, construction on the eastbound lanes in Oakland County specifically has been completed. So now the westbound traffic has been routed onto those newly constructed eastbound lanes. But the bad news is that several ramps are closed, and they're going to be closed through 2026. Ramps, the ones that are closed, are Cousins Ave, Bermuda Hilton Road, Coolidge Highway, Greenfield Road, and Evergreen Road. So definitely, if you're living in the area or driving around, you're going to have to just make a new route or detour around it all. But we spoke with several drivers earlier about navigating all the construction, and they say, you know what, so far it's been a bit of a nightmare.
Terrible. It's taking me 30 minutes to get home now when it's only should be a 15-minute drive, and now it's taking me 30 minutes, sometimes 40, to get home. Been terrible, been like that for a year, almost over a year.
Yeah, it's not been great. I'm really hoping the next year goes by quick. We live off the first exit, and it's been difficult. We're now having to shoot up to Woodward and navigate all the traffic on Woodward, and I think it's causing a lot more accidents. People aren't familiar with all the lane switches and all of that.
Oh, it's a headache. We stay around the service drive, so it's really a headache going around the service drives. Can't get on the freeway, so it limited us to what we can be able to do.
It's been tough just figuring out faster, more easier ways to get around through the mile roads. But as you adjust to how the traffic flow is going day in and day out, then you kind of figure out a way to get around it.
So again, look at the roads over to the right. This is the Cousins exit a little bit, and excuse me, not the Cousins exit, but it was showing that it's going to be blocked off, but more construction. You see the construction barrels. You see a lot of the backup just developing, getting stronger and a little bit stronger. So if you are out on these roads, just please know that, like MSP has been saying and MDOT has been saying, give yourself enough time. Please give yourself enough time, especially for the holidays. You know, we got Thanksgiving next week, Roop. So just to get to your destination, 15 minutes could really go a long way. Reporting live in the Weather Beast, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, question for you. I know you travel these roads all the time, heading in and out of the story. This is a major intersection for us when we head out on assignment. Did you notice a big change for you heading out today?
Heading out today, I'm so glad you asked that, Rube. Heading out, I did not, because I head out pretty early, but I'm expecting it because I live around 11 Mile, and we did talk to other people where they were saying that the traffic now just shifts from the highway to their neighborhoods. So I'm expecting that to happen.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this is just like the adjustment like that guy talked about. You know, it takes a couple days, get your pulse, get your route going, and then things smooth out a little bit. Let's hope so. Lauren Edwards for us live tonight. Thank you. All right, taking a live look over Detroit. A dry and sunny day today, but tomorrow could be a much different story. You know how things go in Michigan. It's November. Things start changing pretty quickly here, but a really nice day today, Rich.
Beautiful sunshine, numbers topping out in the middle 40s. Tomorrow's going to be cloudy, cool, damp at times. We're going to have a little rain and a little bit of wet snow. You can see where that next system is. It's still west of Chicago, so for the remainder of the evening, we're going to be high and dry. But there it is. Some very light rain breaking out over Iowa and southern Wisconsin. 43 for us, 40 in Lansing. It is cooler north of Port Huron into the thumb. There's 40 degrees. Again, Grand Rapids. Right now, the sun has set over the city of Detroit. Very beautiful out there, but it looks kind of cool. Some beautiful colors there in the evening sky. Increasing clouds. We'll get down to 29. Again, tomorrow is very light stuff that falls from the sky. Thursday night and Friday brings a better chance for some wet weather, and the weekend looks mainly dry. How about a full check of the 7-day route coming up in 10?
All right, Rich, thank you. University of Michigan says there are at least 4,000 confirmed exonerations nationwide. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office is working to free others who are wrongfully convicted. What does this all mean? Let's get live to Fox News' Brandon Hudson. He's in our newsroom to talk about the report that's really pushing for accountability more than anything else. Brandon.
Yeah, Root, bottom line, this is all about transparency. I want you to think about this 50-plus page report on exoneree Eric Anderson as a job evaluation, and the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, they're not shying away from this because they know that improvements would help the wrongfully imprisoned get their freedom back.
He actually had the perfect alibi because at the time of the robbery, he actually was the victim of being shot.
Detroit Police Chief Todd Bedison is talking about exoneree Eric Anderson, who was wrongfully imprisoned on a 2010 armed robbery charge in Detroit. Attorney Mike Morse interviewed Anderson during his Open Mic podcast in 2021, 2 years after Anderson was released.
For Mr. Anderson, that's 10 years he'll never get back. But my commitment, working with my partners here, is to ensure that nobody else has to go through that.
Anderson's case was a part of the Wayne County Sentinel Event Review Team's report, which highlights the causes of inaccurate convictions. The Sentinel Review offered suggestions to improve the prosecutor's office's work by improving investigations, exploring alibi evidence, strengthening community partnerships and funding across the legal system, and investing in training. While no intentional misconduct was found in Eric Anderson's case, Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy says they're taking a deep dive into its backlog of cases.
We are looking now at some individual officers whose names have appeared in these cases more often than others. That's a really hard process, and it's going to be a long time before we get to the meat of all that.
What can all of us do better? How can we come together as a group and say, nobody becomes a police officer to put an innocent person in prison. Nobody becomes a prosecutor to put an innocent person in prison.
Wayne County Prosecutor's Office says that judges have granted relief in at least 43 of those cases. Now, that doesn't mean that all 43 of those have led to exonerations, but for some of them, some people who have served life sentences, they've at least been released from prison. Roop, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Brandon Hudson for us live tonight in our newsroom. Thank you. President Trump is changing his tune about releasing the Epstein files out of a critical vote in Congress. We'll hear from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle coming up. And another major change by the FAA to end an emergency order reducing flights. How it's expected to impact travelers as we head towards Thanksgiving. Also tonight.
I'm Camila Mary outside Meadowbrook Hall. They are starting to decorate for Christmas inside. It is absolutely magical, and you are going inside with us coming up.